Putra. Okay. Yes, I have made Putrajaya the co-host.
Building relationships and helping others is what we do best.
Can Putrajaya try the slide first? Wei Lun?
Okay, Diamond.
Let him try the slide.
Well, Diamond, actually I have a second account but not joining. Better. Okay, Diamond, the second account. Actually.
Second account, Okay. Okay, done, Putrajaya. You can try now. Okay, can see your screen now? So, Wei Lun, pass over to you.
Okay.
Thanks.
Okay, Diamond.
Yeah.
Here to help you build on those strengths like never before. To meet people where they are, just like we've been doing since the beginning. Welcome to the evolution of entrepreneurship. Welcome to Amway Creators.
Amway gives us opportunity with products that fit everybody.
I decided I should go for something where I can promote healthy living.
I want to work and be with my family.
I want to have my own life, my own schedule.
Amway is the best thing I've ever done in my life. I'm an ABO.
I'm Amway Business.
Amway Business.
I'm the business owner.
Amway complements my lifestyle.
I just share my experiences with my products.
I use almost all products from Amway.
My favorite Amway product is Nutrilite all plant protein.
Artistry, skincare.
I'm a fitness boy, so I love protein.
Everybody wants to find supplements. Everybody thinking about healthy.
I like to be a part of fitness and health community.
Our Amway team is like a family.
We have different activities with my team. It's cooking, yoga class.
Sports activities.
Group meetings on parks.
I learn a lot and I share my own experience.
And the best thing about working with Amway is the freedom.
Freedom of life, freedom from boss.
I work anywhere that I want.
We can work everywhere we want to work and how we want to work.
My location for work, it's right here in my telephone.
Our goals and dreams are very clear.
I want my children to look at me as their idol.
It's about how to achieve goals, how to stay motivated, how to dream.
To us, it's not even like work. It's like having a good time.
Dear future generation, Dear future generation, you see everything with a fresh pair of eyes. You are eager to learn and fearless to try. From your first taste of solids to your first jump, the world is your oyster and nothing can stop you. It is a big world out there, and I want to keep you safe before I let you soar. I hope you understand why I pay extra care when it comes to you and the food you eat. After all, we are what we eat. Dear future generation, I hope you realize the risks in food safety and the importance of knowing where your foods come from. From farm to table, traceability is important and necessary. That is why I choose only the best for you, from the ingredients we use to the supplements we take. They are the best of nature and science combined. Dear future generation, our personal health and the health of our families depend on the purity and safety of the products we buy. And so, I hope you'll make smart choices for your family when the time comes. Just like how I did for you. Love, Mom and Dad.
Okay, so here we go. 7:30, 8:30. Okay, good evening, everyone. Tonight, I am Putra, will be your host for tonight's meeting. Welcome back to our weekly meeting by Home Global Link. Tonight I am again I'm Putra Jaya from Medan. Will be your host. Thanks to my coach and my mentor, who are Mr. Wellon and Ms. Casey and Mr. Tony, and also our founders Diamond, Edwin Tan, and Janet, who provide us this Global Link, Home Global Link, so we can learn and share each other to learn, to relearn, and unlearn. So tonight we have two amazing speakers, but before that, I will share shortly about our monthly promotion of this March to 2022. I will share the screen first. Okay, so here we go. These are three countries promotion of the month March 2022. The first goes to Malaysia sites. So if you buy any artistry products, what minimum of purchase 450 ringgit, you will get or with 563 ringgit, you will get you can purchase the artistry crystal pen with SanDisk USB flash drive with only 29 ringgit Malaysia. So it was 150 ringgit Malaysia. And then the second is, okay, this is the new product in Malaysia just launched in this March 2022 is the botanical beverage apple, jujube, and wet peptide. With peptide. So this is the new product. It's only you can see with this 89 ringgit, or you can on the person who invite you here. So and then the third is if you buy the Morphe Richard redefined hot water dispenser, you can get the pack to go by La Gourmet 2-tier lunchbox with 304 stainless steel interior with free. Okay, and then the next is from Singapore promotion. So the first is Body Key Mentor Trim and Fit Challenge from now till to August 2022. So all Body Key qualified mentors are inviting to this program to join and can win the amazing prize. We can see in the slide, or you can ask your mentor or the person who invited you here. And then the next is Fair Gold Arabian Dates is coming with a superior quality kidney dates, moderately sweet with a fine texture of, to our enjoyment. And then the next is Immunity Pack Special. You can get the Nutrilite Immunity Pack. It is worth it. It is worth 57.5 Singapore dollar at only 28 Singapore dollar with every purchase to 288 spent on Amway products. So the next is Atmosphere Mini promo. So if you buy the Atmosphere Mini, you can get the auto power wrap is with only 98 Singapore dollar. And then the second is Atmosphere Sky promo. If you buy the Atmosphere Sky promo, you will get the auto power wrap with 268 Singapore dollar for free. So if you buy the Atmosphere Sky promo, you will get the auto power wrap for free. It is worth 268 Singapore dollar. Okay, and the next is Let's Go Green. So Amway Singapore wants to play our planet a part in saving our planet by reducing our carbon footprints. So starting with small changes to create a big impact by going green. Actually, the plastic bags charge 0.2 Singapore dollar per transaction will be applied on every Wednesday. And then we will encouraging online sign up and will kiss physical forms for new sign ups in April 2022. And then the last is plastic bags and A4 pick list will not be included in delivery orders from February 2022. So Amway Singapore will be fully plasticless and paperless by April 2022. And then the next is actually this is already past the ladies deadline. Let's chat about women's health. And then the next is celebrating women, celebrating every moment. And then the next is women's probiotics workshop will be held on 21st March, Monday, and it at 8 to 9 p.m. And the second is in 22nd March, 8 to 9 p.m. So this is the workshop is about learning the women's health in relation to probiotics, cranberry, and inulin. Okay, and then the next is the last promotion from the Indonesia side. If you buy artistry Nutrilite or artistry product or personal care, Snap Skin or Amway Home worth 1.5 million rupiahs, you will get the cashback coupon equals to 50,000 rupiahs. And then the second is Badiki Challenge. So the Badiki Challenge will hold about 2 weeks from 18 to 31st March 2022. And then the last is about the content creator of Amway, and then we will have Atmosphere Mini in April next month in Indonesia, and then this is the bronze recognition rally 2022 will be held on 19 March 2022. Okay, that's all the promotion of the month. So I will introduce our speakers tonight. The first speaker is Mr. Alan. Mr. Alan was in the foreign property investment industry for 10 years, then operated fish farming business for 6 years, loved Amway products, and has been loyal user for more than 10 years. On consultation with Miss Casey, his mentor, and the confidence of Amway product quality, he start building Amway business. So tonight, Mr. Alan will be sharing with us on how Nutrilite beverage mix cherry with licorice and turmeric can enhance our immunity. Without further ado, I will pass my mic to Mr. Alan. Please type AKA to introduce him. Thank you, Mr. Alan, for you.
Thank you, Putrajaya. Thank you for the introduction, and good evening, everybody. And my name is Alan, and I would like to take this opportunity to thank Home Global Link for giving me this opportunity to share my experience with everyone here, and also to thank Home Global Link for providing this platform for us to come together and learn from each other. Okay, so tonight I'm going to share with everyone here this product called the Botanical Beverage Mix Acerola with licorice and turmeric. Okay, this product, it has a triple booster for better airways, where the East meets the West and the traditional meets the modern. Okay, our airways are important, which is summed up by 3 aspects. The first is the anti-inflammation, and the second one is immunity, and the third one is respiratory health. So you can see that the anti-inflammatory start with A, and then immunity start with I, and respiratory health start with R. So in short, it's called the air, and that is why it is called a triple booster for better airway. Okay, and there are 3 main ingredients, which is the first one, the acerola cherries that have a very high amount of vitamin C. Okay, and then these cherries are actually harvested when it is still green, and that is because due to its high vitamin C at this point of time. Okay, so this is the picture of the acerola cherry. Okay, and the second ingredient is the licorice, which is widely used as a Chinese herbal remedy to detox and reduce heat, as well as for flavoring this in the food and beverages. Okay, and the licorice root contains glyceric acid, okay, which is traditionally consumed for better respiratory health. Hope I pronounce it correctly. Okay, and then and it decrease cough and increase the chemical in our body, okay, to heal the ulcer. Okay, and then the third ingredient is the turmeric, which is a spice well known in Indian and Malay cooking, and is used as a herbal remedy to treat health condition, as well as reduce the body inflammation. Okay, its active ingredient is called the curcumin. Okay, and is widely used to treat symptoms such as sneezing, itching, running nose, congestion, and improve the respiratory health. Okay, and curcumin is not actually easily absorbed by our body due to the low bio availability. However, as a market leader, Nutrilite adopt this advanced technology of micro encapsulation, okay, to increase the absorption rate to maximize the health benefits. And our botanical drink is actually packed in a box of 30 stick packing for your convenience to bring along while you are on the go. Okay, and it can also be added as a complimentary booster to your favorite drinks. And there's no sugar added, no artificial colorings, preservatives, and flavorings. Okay, so all this information that I've shared, it actually can be found in the product catalog in the website. And okay, so you all can actually go to the website and have a thorough understanding of it. Okay, and before I end my sharing, I would like to share with you two of my personal encounter, this so-called live encounter with this related to these products. Okay, the first one is actually recently my wife was infected with this COVID-19, and after that she started to cough due to the dry throat, okay, which is very common. So she started taking the botanical drink for 2 days, and her cough subsided. Okay, and she shared that each time she drank the drinks, okay, she feel very comfortable, even though she's still coughing. You know, but 2 days later, the cough subsided, and it shows that this thing is actually quite useful, right? And it's quite effective also. Okay, and it also gave me the confidence, okay, that this product is actually working. And then also my personal encounter as well, because recently I also injured my my knee while playing badminton. Okay, and it was quite bad, quite serious, and the pain lasted for a few weeks to about almost coming to 8 weeks, you know, something like that. And the most painful time is always in the morning when I just woke up from my sleep, because during the sleeping time, I did not move much. There's not much movement, so my legs stay in a position for too long, and then upon waking up, I will try to take a cup of this botanical drink, and then the pain almost subsided immediately. And I told my TCM doctor about this situation, and my doctor asked me about the content of the drink, and I told him that it has this cherry, the licorice, and turmeric. And upon hearing that, he told me that I should actually continue to drink this because it really can help the inflammation from my injury. Okay, so that also gave me the boost of this confidence in this product. Okay, and then while I'm talking now, I just received an order from one of my downline for this botanical beverage. Okay, okay, so this one also gave me another boost. Okay, so with this, I end my sharing here, and I hope everybody will go and share this with your friends and relatives, you know, to give them this opportunity to take something really good for them. Okay, have a good night. Thank you. I'll pass back to the host.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Allen, for your such a great sharing and encouragement for us, so that we now know about how powerful is the Nutrilite beverage mixed acerola with licorice and turmeric, so everyone can consume it daily routine, and we know just by now Mr. Allen shared about his problem, his challenges, and also his wife's challenges. But by drinking the Nutrilite beverage mixed acerola with licorice and turmeric, is the challenges are getting easy and easier. Okay, is there any question, or is it clearly enough? I think it is clear enough, right? So we can go to the next session, which is our main speaker, the awesome speaker. Okay, before that, we can thank Mr. Allen we can type 999 to him. So we continue to the next segment. We have Junta here. Junta was diagnosed with a chronic autoimmune condition, rheumatoid arthritis, at age 15. Over the years, he has learned, studied, and applied the health and wellness information acquired from, but not limited to, nutrition and sports science to overcome his condition and discover his body capabilities. Till date, not only have he gotten himself off prescribed medications, but also able to complete a self-regulated marathon. Currently, he is working full-time in the fitness industry and helping individuals to live a better quality through exercise and proper nutrition. So without further ado, please welcome Junta to the stage by typing 888 to him and some applause. So I can pass my mic to you, over to you, Mr. Junta. Welcome. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Jaya. Thank you for the awesome introduction. Okay, so before I start, let me share my screen.
Jinda, we can't hear you. Mr. Junta?
Excuse.
No sound,
me,
Mr.
Junta.
Junta? Eh?
Actually, he cannot listen to us.
We can't hear you. Junta, cannot hear you. Hello. Thanks, Tom. Junta, cannot hear you. They interrupt.
Hello, can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you now.
Okay, so which part did you all start? Started to miss
From
out.
the
I think
beginning.
from the beginning.
Oh, from the
Yes,
beginning, okay.
yes.
Okay, so first I'd like to give thanks to Home Globally for giving me this opportunity to share my journey of overcoming my condition and my fitness journey. Yeah. Okay. So back in my past days, as you can see, I was very sporty. My background is in sports. Yeah. So around the time when I completed secondary school, I started signing up for races, running races. So I started with 5 km run, eventually building up to a full marathon, as you can see in this picture, struggling to complete. And this isn't a halfway mark yet. Yeah. So what happened was I didn't manage to complete. At the 39 km mark, the medic decided to told me that I wasn't well fit to continue the remaining 3 km due to hip injury. So for those who are looking to take part in endurance races, please do proper training first to prevent any injury or to prevent yourself from suffering any injuries during the race. Right. So my current days during my NS, national service, I started to pick up cycling from one of my sergeant, one of my higher ups. And when I completed my national service, I started to read up more about marathon training, the nutrition, how to go about completing the first marathon. And I came up with a plan by myself, which I will be showing you all later. And after that, shortly after when I came out of NS, I started to work in the fitness industry to gain more expertise and knowledge about the background in how to train individuals to build muscles, to improve their overall muscle condition, etc. And ever since, I've been working out around 3 to 4 times a week and aiming to complete my first triathlon this year, October. Yeah. So when I started exercising 3 to 4 times a week, I suddenly caught COVID. So I just recently recovered. Yeah. Which is a very interesting experience to me, I feel. Yeah. Along the way, I will share more about it. So just a disclaimer, whatever I share is solely based on my experience. And if you would like to apply any of these or share any of the information I'm sharing with you, please do let your downline or please check with the medical professionals whether or not information I shared is suitable for your medical condition or suitable for you all to carry out. Yeah. And so first, I would like to share with you all a video of how our body came about. It's a short 1-minute video. Can you all hear the sound? No. Just give me a moment. Can you all hear the sound? You cannot. Now, can you all hear the sound? Can you all hear the sound? Cannot.
Okay, not yet. Have you take the share sound when you share the screen?
Yeah, I clicked the share sound already. Okay, let me try using my phone.
Okay, let's see.
In animals and plants, similar cells form tissues. Similar tissues form organs. Different organs then interact to form systems. Different systems interact to form an organism. Let's look at some examples. Muscle cells work together to form muscle tissue. Muscle tissue then combine to form an organ, for example, the heart, the stomach, or the liver. Different organs work together to make up systems. For example,
Yeah, so as you all can see in this short 1 minute video that I just shared with you all, so how our body came about is there's different organ systems working together to help us to function properly in our daily lives. And these organ systems, when broken down, is actually formed by cells. Yeah, so within these cells, there are actually every single second in our life, they are actually trying to maintain a balance, a homeostasis in our body to ensure that our daily life, we are actually giving our best, the optimal performance that we can.
in animals and plants,
Okay, hold on. Yeah, so based on the course that I've done, there are 9 systems in our body, and depending on how you arrange it, there can be more or there can be less. So as you can see, the two bolded system that I've highlighted, they are the ones that are actually responsible for the regulation of our hormones and the feedbacks that we receive in our daily lives. So here's an example of how it goes about. For example, when there's a stimulus and like a cause and effect. So for example, when you are in an aircon room, you feel cold, your body will start to shiver to create energy, to burn energy, to keep your body warm. So that is a form of a reaction that your body is going through to help to maintain your body at a certain body temperature. Another example would be, for example, you are exercising and didn't drink much water. So the stimulus will be your mouth will start to be dry, you will start to feel thirsty, and this will force you to drink more water. So there is always a feedback loop for your body inside your body to make sure that throughout the day they are always trying to maintain a balance inside the body. Yeah, regardless of the temperature, the hormones, the nutrition, everything. Yes. Okay, so going more into the topic of what is rheumatoid arthritis, the difference between both of them is for acute rheumatoid arthritis is a form of chronic inflammation. So this kind of response can be inside your body and can cause your body in a constant state of alert. Sometimes this can also lead to a negative impact on other organs such as the cardiovascular system, and other organs functions. As for acute inflammation, sometimes it's more of when you are exercising, for example, lifting weights, your body feels sore. That is a form of muscle inflammation, telling you that the muscle is trying to heal itself from the muscle torn from the weightlifting exercises. So they'll release a kind of chemicals to trigger a response to heal that area of inflammation as fast as possible. So rheumatoid arthritis is actually is one of 6 types of a juvenile arthritis, meaning that any person below the age of 15 or 16 are able to get these 6 forms of rheumatoid arthritis. And these different forms of arthritis, and rheumatoid arthritis is one of them. So during my visit to the hospital, I saw children around the age of 6 and 7. They have this condition or similar juvenile arthritis in their lower back, which means that they have difficulty in walking and are wheelchair bound. So this kind of condition to me, when I see children or young children getting this kind of condition, I feel a bit heart pain lah. Yeah, because they are not able to walk properly and live a normal life. Yeah. So as you can see from the circle, that is what usually happens when the flare up happens. And if it isn't taken care well, or there isn't any medical intervention earlier on, it will lead to the one that I showed you on the right, where the joints will start to disfigure everything. Yep, so for me, I'm considered lucky. My joint deformation is still sorry. Yeah, so for me, I'm considered quite lucky, as my joint deformation has not gotten worse to that state yet. So before I move on, I would like to ask you a question. Which of these 5 figures do you think is a healthy person? Yeah, you all can type the number inside the group chat. 3, 2. Okay, so actually from this image, you can tell that the 4, 5, and 1 are obese or malnutrition. For the second and third, I'm more of the second individual. So even though I'm in the second category, I still have a medical condition, which means that I'm not completely healthy. As for the third person, he may seem healthy, but whether or not his organs are actually functioning at the optimal level is also another thing. And yeah, so these are the factors that are affecting an individual health. So there are 2 things that we cannot control: is our genes that we got from our parents and the environment that we are working in and exposed to. But there are certain things that we can control, which is our diet, the activity that we do on a daily basis, our sleep cycle, and the kind of stress we have. Is it a positive stress or negative stress? So I'll be touching more on the activity part and the diet part. Yeah. So for exercise, why is exercise important? Because it can help to regulate the metabolism and the heart health, the cardiovascular system. It can also help to increase the cellular immune system, meaning that you are able to strengthen the resistance of the cells to fight against infections and cancer. Yeah, so if the exercise is done correctly, not only are you able to control the chronic inflammation, you are also able to recover faster you are also able to recover faster and strengthen your resistance against an infection. This is one of the methods of how I go about overcoming my rheumatoid arthritis. Okay. So there are two types of exercises. One is the mental and the other is the physical. So for the mental part, I believe in the business, there are a lot of reading, listening to audio, podcasts, association like Home Global Link, and meditation can even help to strengthen your mental toughness to make your mind strong enough to handle any kind of stress. Yeah. Keep your mind active. Yeah. As for the physical, there are three types. One is cardiovascular exercise, for example, like running, cycling, or high intensity training. And resistance exercises, like functional exercises, for example, push-up, sit-up, squats. These are the normal resistance exercises. And powerlifting, meaning lifting weights, going to the gym, doing bench press, etc. Yeah. So different so far from what I've experienced, focusing on one type of exercise is not sufficient enough to ensure that your body is holistically kept healthy. Like the physical performance of your body is not determined by just doing one type of exercise. By doing all these different type of exercise, they play different roles in strengthening the muscles within the body to help keep your body in a optimum to help allow your body to achieve the optimal performance on a day-to-day basis. Okay, so why I chose running? Because running is very simple. You just put on the shoe and you go out and you run. And there isn't a time, you can do it anywhere, anytime. And it's actually fun because when I was running, I get to enjoy the scenery, get to discover more about myself. And the most important thing is learn how to breathe. Yeah, because when you are running, if you aren't aware of your breathing, how you breathe, you will get breathless very easily. So I took this opportunity of learning how to breathe to apply in my work life. So because currently I'm working with a lot of members, a lot of clients face to face. So, and I'm those kind of introverted person. So when I come across talking to people, I will get stressed very easily. So what I do is I apply the things I learned in running. For example, taking a deep breath and breathing out, focusing on my breath help me to keep myself calm and focused in doing the task and talking to people. Yes, and it's also a very cheap alternative as compared to cycling, which you need a bike. Yeah. And you can do it with friends. It's also quite fun. Yep. So the 10% rule for all, this is the general guideline for exercising in general. For example, like you want to reach out. This I will show you in detail after I let you see my marathon training plan and explain to you in details. So other than doing those kind of exercises, stretching is also important because it helps to keep the muscle flexible, strong and healthy, and reduce the likelihood of getting any injury and faster recovery after every workout. So whenever people ask me, what do I do for running? How do I run so fast? I mentioned to them stretching, doing proper warm-up. But most of the time, the people that I talk to, they usually just put on the shoe and just go out and run. After that, come home, just eat food and sleep, or do their normal stuff without doing any proper stretching or exercises. And then somewhere down the road, they say, running actually injured your knee. But so far from my experience in training for marathon, my knee has been quite strong and there hasn't been any injury till date yet. So proper stretching actually helps your muscle to become flexible and reduce the form of injury. And there are three ways of doing stretching. One is the normal stretching, like for example, doing yoga poses. The other one is foam rolling, meaning you have a foam roll. And the last one is using a tennis ball or a golf ball. So by using a tennis ball or a golf ball, the benefit is that you are able to target specific area which is very hard to reach by doing normal stretching. For example, your shoulder blade, the nerve, the muscles at your shoulder blade is very hard to stretch. So by putting a tennis ball or golf ball around that area and applying some pressure on it can actually help to loosen the muscle. Yeah. Especially for us nowadays, we are always in a seated position looking at the computer. Your shoulder will tend to feel a bit very tight. Yeah, so this, by using a tennis ball, it can help to reduce the tension in the shoulder. Okay, so now I will share with you all my I'll share with you all my training plan and how to go about doing it in the future, that in case there are any downline or you plan to come out with your own training plan. So there are actually certain things to consider about. For example, your fitness goals, your amount of time you can commit to training, the amount of rest you have, the nutrition, and stretching. Yes. So for this, for my marathon training, I actually split it up into 3 portions. The base phase, which means to build up the cardiovascular, the muscular strength to be able to carry me throughout the 42 km. Followed by the race-specific training, meaning, for example, you want to complete a marathon under 3 hours. So from there, you work backwards to plan out the average pace that you have to maintain and work on it during this training phase. And lastly is the tapering phase, where you start to cut down on the training load you have to ensure that when the day comes, you're actually in the peak performance to achieve your fitness goal, your marathon timing. So how the 10% rule go about is this, the total. So every week is recommended to increase by 10% of the total distance running. Because if you increase too much, there is a risk of injury. But if you increase too little, there is also not much gain from the training plan, from the training that you will be doing. Yeah, so the 10% rule is a general guideline but to follow. But if you feel that if a 10% if a 10% increase is too much for your body to take, you can adjust accordingly to ensure that your body are able to maintain the training load. Okay. Okay, so moving on. Okay, so these are the things that I mentioned they need to consider when coming up with your own training plan or training, or asking, or your downline coming to you saying, hey, I want to do this. I want to be able to run a 10 km. I want to be able to lift this amount of weight. How should I go about doing it? These are the certain things that have to come into consideration for them before they started to planning for their training. So moving on is the diet and nutrition. Why is it important? Because it provides the necessary nutrients to recover faster, strengthen the immune system, and achieve the optimal energy level. So is water really important? Because so far from what I've seen, my colleagues, they have hardly drink any water throughout the day, don't like drinking water. So my question to you all is, do you all think water is important? I see some of you. Yeah, so actually, water is very important in our body because our body needs we need to drink about 3 liters per day. And our kidney actually filters about 180 liters per day of our blood, and our blood contains water. So especially when you exercise, we lose a lot of water, a lot of salt. So if there's a low water content, if we are dehydrated and there are low amount of salt in our body, right, we will actually start to feel tired, very fatigued, and the recovery period will take longer. Yes. So one of the products that Amway have is eSpring, and they offer, and the water quality is very good. If you all want to find out more about the information, can check out on the Amway website or can ask your upline. Yeah. So this is the food tracking that I did to identify the kind of food that triggers my inflammation, and the amount of water that I take in, especially when I'm feeling a bit sick or I can sense that my inflammation is coming. On the left side, you can see what I wrote for breakfast, lunch, dinner, and also wrote how I felt in the morning, what I went through throughout the day, how I felt, because this actually affects my mental state of mind, and it actually affects how my immune system function, the feedback loops, as I mentioned earlier. So yeah, so actually through this food tracking, I actually identified a few food that triggers my inflammation very badly. One is Mars and Kinder Bueno, because these two, I'm not sure why, but these two, whenever I eat, the next day my eye will be very swollen. And when I went to check with the doctor said it's because my body cannot expel the mucus and might be caused by food allergy. So far I haven't gotten it tested, but from the food days of checking that I've written down, whenever I didn't eat those food, the symptoms didn't came. But the moment I eat the food, the next day or a few hours later, it came straight away. Yeah. So food tracking actually plays a very important role as to find out the kind of food that you're allergic to. Yeah, to narrow down and remove those food from your diet. So because as I mentioned about exercising, our okay, yeah. So Amway has excess whey protein, which contains spirulina, chia seeds, and BCCAs, which are essential in helping our body to recover faster from the muscles damage during the training that we have, the exercise routine that we have. And it's recommended that we take around 0.8 grams of protein per body weight. So for example, my body weight is 60 kg. So I have to take around 48 grams of protein per day. Yeah. Okay. Next is Vital Drink versus the isotonic drink that everyone knows about, the 100 plus. So Vital Orange contains, which is similar to 100 plus, it contains the nutrients lost via body sweat. For example, calcium, sodium, vitamin B, all these nutrients, Vital Orange, the Vital Drink actually contains these nutrients that is found in 100 plus. So in the event that people would like an alternative to 100 plus, Vital Orange is a go-to. Yes, and it's also actually rich in antioxidant phytonutrients, which is essential in helping our body to recover faster. As from the exercise that you have done or will be going through, there are actually a lot of chemical reaction inside your body happening, causing it to create a lot of free radicals, which is very damaging for your body. Next is omega-3 is high in anti-inflammation, has reduced triglyceride and high increase in HDL. Consists of 180 EPA and 120 DHA. So the recommended daily allowance for both of them is 250 to 500. So by taking 1 to 2 soft gels per day, you actually hit the recommended daily allowance already. Yeah, but for those who are planning to do long distance training or exercise on the more strenuous activities, it's best to increase the intake. Yeah, but before you do increase any of the supplementation, please check with your medical professional or expertise first. Yeah. The next is the calcium, magnesium, vitamin D. So actually these three nutrients combined together so these three nutrients that they combine together is actually very good because vitamin D is actually helps the body to better absorb calcium and magnesium. And our body actually needs calcium and magnesium to regulate the muscles functions, etc., and maintain the body in balance like the body functions, the performance, everything. If a lack in calcium, magnesium, or vitamin D, you will start to feel tired. Your muscle will start to cramp, which is not a good thing if you want to be able to build a consistent, regular training, exercise on a daily basis. Yeah, to sum up, our body is actually a well-balanced system, meaning if you do extra, there will be consequences that you will suffer later. And if you do too little, you will not be able to see the results. And to be able to do endurance training or achieve the results that you want, that you set in your fitness journey, it's best to stay consistent. Starting small is okay. As mentioned in Atomic Habits, if you cannot run, you jog. If you cannot jog, you do brisk walk. If cannot brisk walk, you walk. If walk also lazy to go and walk, just put on your shoe and go out to walk 5-10 minutes per day. Eventually, it will become a habit. And one day, when you are doing the activities, it will click in your mind and you'll start to build up the activities, build up the intensity of it. Yes, with that, I will thank you for giving me the opportunity to share my fitness journey with you. I pass it back to Jaya, the host. Any questions for that?
Okay, any question to Mr. Jinta? You can unmute yourself or chat in the chat room. We can tap 999 to Mr. Jinta for such awesome sharing. Is there any question? Or is this clear enough? So what I get from Mr. Jinta is the proper training is a must to reduce the risk when we get workout or exercise. And then he is now exercising 3 to 4 times a week. Then we have learned about our organ and different organ system that fill our body, and also our body have so very good that have signal if we get sick, the body will give you the feedback, isn't it, Mr. Jinta? And then there are some cannot control, and the things that we can control, like diet, activity, sleep, or our stress. And then Mr. Junta also explained us the 2 types of exercises. that reminds me again that in this business we do the exercise actually by if the mental exercise like reading and listening to the audio and associations, it is our habits in this business. And also the physical, we have the fun fit every Sunday. So if you have time to join us, you can join us because the exercise and the workout is very fun and we can get the fit also. And then by doing the stretching, yes, if you are running too long, you must have the stretching before you have a rest. And then the proper nutrition is from the XS whey protein, phyto drink, omega-3, and Kalmak D that are mentioned by Mr. Junta. Is there any question? If there is no question again, I count down from 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, I think it's already clear. Mr. Junta has shared clearly to us. So I thanks again to Mr. Junta. We can type applause or 999 to him to thank him for the experience and the sharing tonight. So we can move to the next session. Is the closing by our founder Diamond Janet. I
Hi,
pass my mic to
everyone.
her. Thank you.
Yes, okay. Thank you, Putrajaya. And hi, everyone. Wow, I think today really we gained quite an insight. I think most of us, to a certain extent, when we are in this business, we are better than previously about the fitness and wellness. But I think today when Junta shared from really his own very much experience and where he is now as in the fitness industry to help people to improve their life quality through exercise and nutrition. So and really sharing from very practical and his own experiences. There are a few very to me a few very good nuggets that I take away. All right, like for instance, certain time, especially like Sunday, I may come in 3 minutes late and wanted to join Fun Fit, so I skipped my warm up, didn't do my stretching. Wow, that's a no-no. So I will have to really wake up half an hour earlier to do my stretching. Thanks for that, because or else we thought we will become fitter, but in actual fact will cause us our own injury. And one thing I find very, very useful, which I do encourage, but I tend to think emphasizing this again, is food tracking. Well, I had friends that is suffering from diabetic, and he really still certain time take durian and take certain food that I find great concern. But during that time, he said he really every time tests his food sensitivity. So certain food, where the minute he take, the blood sugar surges up. But certain food, those seem like very sweet, but of course with control, he find he can actually with moderation he can take. And I find, especially right now, you can see even children, they had allergy, they had sensitive conditions, and some even so chronic that they had to rush to hospital when they take certain food. So really, I would say this is something, if we can cultivate the habit, it helps. Like for me, I couldn't take nuts. I knew it from beginning, but I still churi within my tolerance. I still take nuts, but really as I age, it becomes even more sensitive. So I would say food is very personalized, and let us somehow learn that. I think that is a very useful one. And right now we also know that we had one very good expert here that's in industry as well as on the very much application one. Junta, I think you don't mind if we actually on some requests, you come back and share more in a different area of the fitness and the wellness. Okay, right. And I think very appropriate one today, Ellen share something that is a very long name. Okay, the long name that causing me today, I was thinking why my YouTube don't allow me to do an online record. Finally, when I see the small print, he said, today, my title is too long. Too long because I'm writing there what Junta is sharing plus Alan one that is beverages, cherry, licorice, and turmeric. But why I say this is so timely because right now, almost internationally, government really releases the SOP. Relax on SOP, not so much that virus is not important, is that people can't hold on anymore to the economy. But I just also read one news this morning that China actually start again the procedure because they find their rate of infection increase again. So you can see like China is very much on the proactive side. When they really see certain things out of control and relating to the fatal rate, they will come in drastically and interfere. But most of us are really saying, hi, like from Malaysia, April 1st, whether you got COVID, you don't have COVID, you are freely to move around. Well, we can't comment too much about that, but the only thing we can do, at least, there are two things. One is the immune system, second thing is clean air. All right, so if you are thinking what to do to really get yourself protected, minimum is C and turmeric, these turmeric drinks. But if let's say you say only one, then your turmeric drink. Why? Because inside there got C, got this what is that? The air. Generally, is a 3 elements in there. And right now, a lot of children also get infected. And our drinks are very, how would say, natural. And furthermore, today I think Ellen shared one very good point. Anti-inflammatory. Meaning besides it's actually protecting you from this COVID, it's anti-inflammatory. All right. So I really say it come in as a good reminder. Second product that I say is the atmosphere. Because all of us, like a family of 3, family of 5, we walk in and out, and we actually have elderly people at home, we have children at home, we got babies at home. Your atmosphere could at least help in a second line defense. Okay, so I would really say one thing I really love about this business is that through all the sharing, I always gain on the incremental basis. And when you really caught in a very critical situation, and so many good friends and good relatives that wanted to give you so many suggestions, you
Go on. I think Founders Diamond Janet get some technical problem.
yes.
Okay.
Please.
Okay.
Go on. I did, Putrajaya. Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Diamond Janet, for such awesome sharing and closing. And we have now know and encouraging us again to take our daily proper nutrition And then before I end our meeting tonight, we have the 3 points again. The first is our Fat to Fit program. The third edition, Fat to Fit third edition is beginning from 1st April to 30 April 2020. So get your yourself in the program to lose fat and gain health also. And then the how to join the program is this is the entry package for Malaysia and Singapore. Just a little bit different from Indonesia is from the probiotics. We substitute the probiotics into fiber in Indonesia. So these are the entire package. And then the last is how to join the program. So this is the 3 steps to join the program. The first is to purchase the entire package that I have just mentioned it. And then the second step is snap photo of your receipt and fill the Google form. You can get it to your mentor or upline or the person that invited you to this meeting. And then the third step, the last step is join the website group that will be informed by your mentor or your the person that invited you here. And then the second is our next week program. Okay, our next week program. Okay, we have our founders Damon Janet to share with us about the Beyond Fat to Fit, and will be hosting by Miss Ching Ching. So stay tuned to our meeting. Okay, but the last before I close this meeting is my beautiful, awesome, powerful mentors, who is Miss Casey, has just celebrated her birthday just yesterday. So we can sing together happy birthday to her. Can you guys all unmute yourself to sing happy birthday song to my great mentor, Miss Casey? Okay,
Yeah.
so
Okay,
1,
all
2, 3.
Happy
Happy
birthday
birthday
to
to
you.
you.
Happy
Happy
birthday
birthday to
to
you.
you. Happy
Happy
birthday.
birthday to Casey.
Happy
Happy
birthday.
birthday to you.
Okay,
Thank
thank
you.
you.
Thank you very much, everyone.
Any words, Miss Casey, you want to share with us a little?
Just want to say thank you very much, everyone. Thank you very much to our dear founders, Diamond, Edwin, and Janet, for providing such a beautiful platform for everyone to learn. Yeah, I try to forget the numbers. Yeah, as we enter the senior years, can't remember how young I am or how old I am, so don't ask. Okay, it's very sensitive. Yeah, very sensitive to numbers now. Okay, and I don't announce anymore. Yeah, so anyway, I'm very thankful to everyone, all of you here, and of course all my friends who celebrated my birthday yesterday with me, and the day before. I've been eating since the weekend, so Fat to Fit came in just the right time. Again for me to join again. Yes, that is the fun part of it. It's not Fat to Fit, it's fun to fit. Because you can eat. Fat to Fit coming. Okay, time to discipline ourselves again. So that I've been eating very sinfully for the past 2 days. Seriously, I'm very, very blessed. I feel that, yesterday a cross line sent me a bottle of small champagne with a bouquet of flowers. And then my birthday cake also one of my very good friends sent all the way to my house, you know, so my children didn't get the opportunity to buy any cake for me. But anyway, yeah, but they bought dinner for me. So I feel that this business is beyond business, actually. Yeah, it's not a business that, you know, like what people mention about business. It's not a business, actually. It's such a beautiful platform, you know, for everyone to reach out to everyone. Because when on your special day, then you realize, you know, wow, you know, because the messages keep coming in. Even Facebook, I haven't got a chance to go to Facebook to look at it and thank people. There's so many messages in WhatsApp, even SMS people send. And of course, all the cakes, all the food, you know, the flowers and things like that. Yeah, so I'm very, very thankful. Thank you very much, everyone. So, and of course, all of you celebrated the birthday with me, even though it's one day later. Yeah, and I try to forget the numbers, okay, like I mentioned. Okay, thank you very much, everyone. Back to the host, thank you.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Casey, for such a good and very awesome accidental speech from the birthday girl. Actually, that we don't have this words. I am very inspired from her, and so do it every time with us. Keep sharing and keep inspiring us. Okay, so with that, I end our meeting. We come back again next week in the same channel and the same time. Thank you. Bye bye all. Good night, everyone.
Okay, good night.
Bye.
Awesome host.